Good afternoon. This week's lesson is focused on writing a literary analysis response. So this video is going to focus on what elements that you need to include in your literary analysis and also a way to manage your time effectively. So when you are writing a literary analysis, you want to make sure that you include these 4 key features, all of which are located in your Ready Writing book. I put check boxes out beside each one of those key features so that you could look at this more as a checklist. So if you include each of these into your writing response, then you'll have a strong, effective, successful essay based on literary analysis. So within your introduction, you should name both of the literary texts, which of course were from Peter Pan and Dorothy and the Wizard in Oz. So you're going to name both of those literary texts so that you can prepare the readers to examine a specific or particular aspect of the text. For instance, in your prompt, it says to focus on the author's approach to adventure. The next 2 key features are really basically the body of your paper. So it says to clearly state ideas in logical order and support them with direct quotations and examples from the text. So basically what that's saying is you're going to be focusing on 3 main ideas pertaining to your author's approach to adventure. Each main idea should have supporting evidence and direct quotations or quotes from each part of the text. You'll do that 3 different times. So you'll have 3 main ideas, each having its own supporting evidence and quotes from those passages. The next key feature of your body is linking words, phrases, and clauses that connect one idea to the next. So, for example, you have therefore, also, in addition, example. For example, there's many linking words, phrases, and clauses. Make sure that you're doing that, adding those into each one of your paragraphs. And last but not least, in your key features, you're going to look at your conclusion. So in your conclusion, you're going to sum up your analysis and then afterwards offer a thoughtful idea about the text. Actually, you're giving the reader something to think about in the end. So if you can check off each one of these boxes as you are going through your writing of your literary analysis, then you will have a successful essay. So the next anchor chart we're going to look at is your way to manage your time. Now you will be back to taking state tests next year in the 6th grade. So this writing sprint is really vital and important to go ahead and begin to utilize in your writing right now. So we're going to look at that very quickly. So within the 75-minute writing sprint, you have 5 steps. Step 1 is to decompose the prompt. Step 2, read that text twice. Step 3, plan your writing. 4, you're going to write strong sentences and paragraphs. And 5, revise, edit, strengthen your sentences. Now, when you decompose that prompt, you're only going to use 5 minutes. You're going to determine whether that prompt is telling you to write a narrative, an opinion, or an informational essay. Now, your work this week is just going to focus on a literary analysis because it stated to analyze the author's approach to adventure. So that's been put there for you. But you can use 5 minutes to decompose that prompt. Now, it's step 2, read that text twice. The first time you're reading just to get through it and make sure that you're able to pronounce the words correctly and you understand what you are reading. And then the second time you read through it, you are going through those stories again so that now you can start pulling information to start building that essay. So you want to use about 15 minutes. Now, in step 3, plan your writing. That's where we focus on that introductory paragraph. If you build a solid, strong introductory paragraph, the rest of your paper is just going to fall into place. And that should take about 10 minutes for that introductory paragraph. In step 4, you're going to spend 40 good minutes writing the rest of that paper or the essay, creating those strong sentences and paragraphs. And then step 5, you're going to use 5 minutes to go back and just review one more time, revise, edit, and strengthen any sentence that you can. Now, let me just say, if you run over on your minutes within each of the steps, don't worry about that. We're just working on learning how to manage our time. If it takes me more than 15 minutes to read my 2 texts, then I know that I'm probably going to have less, or will have less, to work on planning my writing or even working on my sentences. If I'm decomposing my prompt, for instance, and it only takes me 4 minutes instead of 5, well, then I have an extra minute and I can jump right on into step 2, and that gives me a little bit more time for the next step. So the bottom line is, during your state testing, starting in the 6th grade, you will have 75 minutes at this point, and so you want to learn how to manage it. And this is a great time to do it. You have a timer at home, a watch, a clock on the wall. Just use that as a way to begin to manage your time effectively, so you can use the full 75 minutes allotted to you to be able to write the best possible paper. So, good luck with your writing essay this week, and contact us if you have any questions. Thank you.